My name is Patrick Serunjogi. I'm a Ugandan and I've been here for the last 38 years. Grown up here and raised here. My wife is called Sarah and I have four children. One of them is Mark Isaac. He's 11. And then I have Martha. She's 7. And then we have twins, Micah and Matthew. They are 14 months now. And we thank God that the Lord has brought us this far. I became a believer in 1995. That's when I came to know the Lord. And I started going in Gaba Community Church. And through the process, I worked with Africa Renewal Ministries as a school teacher. Because my background, I'm a school teacher. And so I did some teaching and then became a principal of Maranatha Christian School, the school behind the church, which I did for a few years until when I felt the calling going into ministry to do missions. Uganda is one of the countries that has been through a lot. When I was growing up as a child, my desire was to run away. And I would seek for every opportunity to be out of this country because life was extremely very hard and everything was really too hard. But the Lord had to keep me waiting until the time when He opened the door for me to travel. When I did travel and returned, I realized that this is the place that the Lord has called us to transform. I led a choir to the United States in 2006, and that was the turning point. We went to several states, but one of the places we visited was Cornerstone. And it was supposed to be a stopgap, like we were supposed to continue going, but let's stop here for a few days and then we'll continue. And then that's how I connected with Cornerstone and fell in love with the church and everyone. And Pastor Rusty had a desire that their church could come and visit Africa one time. And that touched my spirit because that's what really I felt like the Lord led us to Cornerstone to open the door for Africa. So we kept in touch. When I returned, I decided to step down from working with African Ministries, shared with our pastor, and with his blessing, we started Bridge Africa International. With Bridge Africa International, our desire was we would bring mission teams to Africa and they work in various churches and do ministry, and we would concentrate on logistics for mission teams, transportation, meals, accommodation. And so one of the churches we started with was Cornerstone. Cornerstone did a vision trip towards January 2007. That's the very first trip Cornerstone did in Africa. So one of the places that the Lord opened was Buloba. And that's how the connection began. And the first vision trip led to another and into another. And since 2007, we've enjoyed the relationship with Cornerstone. But the most important thing that Cornerstone has done is to sponsor children through Africa Renewal Ministries. They have close to 300 children. And you need to come and see how this has transformed the community of Buloba. Most people that come to church, it's been a result of their children visiting, being sponsored, and they see the compassion in the lives of people working in Buloba, and they've ended up coming in Buloba. And as we speak now, the Lord is doing great things. This year we have several teams that are going to come through Cornerstone almost each month, and that's a big blessing. Now we have weekly meetings, Skype meetings with Brian and Jonathan. So we kind of talk through what is happening next month and also connect with some of the communities that we visit and link up with them and some of the activities. And we thank God for what He's doing. And we are grateful for Cornerstone and for what they're doing here. And our desire is that more teams will continue to come through and serve in the lives of children and serve in the lives of the community.